Welcome to our second episode here with Tim Halbur, um, uh, wide receiver for the Titans. Also played defensive end, also played cornerback,
Yeah.
also played safety, also played linebacker. So, um, man of many talents. Welcome to the show.
Good to be on the show.
All right. So tell the audience a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so like Brock said, I was wide receiver and I played a lot of positions on defense. I mean, it was especially hard since we didn't have very many seniors, returning seniors for football. So I just needed to be in multiple places, and that's what I did.
Yeah, a lot of injuries too. Had to step up.
hmm
Um, so Tim, what are your plans for next year?
Next year, I plan on going to DSU. Go Trojans.
Yeah, Tim's gonna go to DSU play football. It's kind of a last minute decision, not last minute, but last. I don't know, towards the end of recruitment.
Yeah.
How was that for you? Going through recruitment, in that process.
Well, I really didn't know if I wanted to.
Right.
So I originally I intended on just playing out my high school career and being done, but
Mm-hmm.
I think I really found a love for the game during my senior year, and I was obviously late to the game too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I just decided to go through with it, and obviously I got in contact with a DSU coach,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, from there on I got an offer and planning on committing or
Nice.
officially committing soon.
Nice. Yeah. So, um, I was really excited for you when you really decided to play college football.
Yeah.
Um, Personally, for you, that senior year of high school, it was tough, wasn't it? Some of the things, as a senior, your whole our high school careers, we didn't really play a whole ton. I mean, varsity wise, I didn't play till senior year. You were on special teams junior year.
Exactly. Yeah.
So then when we got our shot, we tried to make the most of it. Um, I mean, both of us kind of. Well, you bounced around a lot. I played some
Yeah.
defense here and there, and
Yeah.
then wide receiver. So, what position you say you were looking at DSU?
I'm gonna be playing offense,
Yeah,
so that's gonna be. I'm thinking
slot.
slot receiver.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. I mean, you're fast. What was it? 4.6 you run?
Yeah, 4'6".
4.6. He's in track star.
Yep, you know it.
Um, yeah. So, all right, Minnesota Viking fan. Um, how do you feel about free agency this year?
um, I'm not too disappointed with it. I'm feeling pretty good about it.
How do you feel about Kirk?
I mean, it's tough. It's tough to keep a lot of high caliber players like Daniil, Jefferson, and Kirk. I mean, we know that some of them had to leave,
Yeah.
and Kirk was one of them. And he especially he got a lot of money on his
No.
deal, especially him being at his age. It's really good to see that guaranteed money that he's getting
Mm-hmm.
over a longer deal. And anybody would have taken that in his
Yeah,
position.
I agree. I mean, I love Kirk to death, but at the end of the day, we'll have to move on at some point.
Yeah.
Um,
It's the hardest part is just he was having a really good season
mhm.
until his injury, and it would have been nice to see him, but
Yeah. Oh well. I guess you can only say what if. Biggest what ifs.
yeah.
Um, who do you think we're drafting in the draft? First pick.
Um, well, I'm hoping we trade up our uh, first round picks to a higher first round pick and pick up a good quarterback.
Sure.
I want to see someone develop like I want to see a long term Viking quarterback,
Hmm.
and I feel like that would be really good for the team.
Yeah, I think we haven't had a long term quarterback. Because last first round quarterback we've drafted is Christian Ponder, and that didn't pan out so well. So I think a long term good drafted quarterback. I mean, I can't even remember the last probably ages. So,
Yeah.
all right, let's focus back towards you a little bit and your when
Yeah.
when did you start playing football?
Um, Probably since I was 6.
6. Yeah.
Flag football.
Flag football. Then T Parks and Rec or
Yeah, exactly.
you know?
T Park and Rec.
Okay. Yeah, I played flag football, whatever it was called in Beersford. Uh, till the third grade,
Yeah.
I started tackle. So
Yeah, probably the same for me
yeah.
too.
Um, yeah. So what were some of your earliest memories though with the sport? Like playing catch in the yard with your dad, or what do you?
Yeah, I mean that, and also just I was when I was a kid, I was a bigger kid.
Yeah.
I was taller than most people
Sure.
when I was really little. I mean, that changed when I was in middle school, but
Mhm.
anyways, I just loved early on it was more defensively, but then our last game at the Dome during I think it's fifth or sixth grade year, the coaches decided to throw the ball,
Mhm.
and I caught like 2 touchdowns for like 50 yards as a tight end,
Wow.
and I really just fell in love with the game there. And
Yeah.
that's actually that's one of my memories that I have that I always keep with me for football.
Oh, nice. So that's the moment you knew like
Yeah, I
you
really
loved
knew that
it.
I love catching the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember playing catch in the yard with my dad, and I don't know. I think those are some of the best memories
Yeah,
with the ball, with the pigskin.
tossing around.
Yeah. So, what positions did you play on junior football then? Tight end and
Tight end and DN.
DN. Nice. What you said you're gonna be try to be slot. Who are some people you try to model your game after?
Adam Thielen,
I'm
one of
feeling.
my great route runner, and also a great blocker.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like those are the two big cornerstones for being a slot because you're not they aren't always good at like catching it with someone in their face like a wide receiver like a Justin Jefferson,
Yeah.
but they get open and then and they create room with their routes. And I feel like
Yeah.
that's what I can really do.
Yeah. I guess we'll just see what DSU puts you as.
Yeah, it'll be cool to see.
You could you'll go up there and some notable DSU athletes. We have Austin Lake, who plays on the football team.
Yeah,
Um, Dawson Portner, baseball team. Um, Liv Ritter is the on the girls basketball team. They did pretty good. I don't know if their season's done or not. They were doing pretty good though. So yeah, he'll be joining some T area alumni up
yeah,
there.
it'll be cool to know some of the upperclassmen.
Mm-hmm. Um, have you met any of the guys yet? Some of the recruits at DSU?
Yeah, I met the assistant head coach, super cool guy, and met a couple of the players too.
Sure. Have you talked to any about rooming together or
I've
not?
been starting doing that, just starting contacting some other recruits,
Yeah.
because I feel like if I'm gonna room with anyone, it's gonna be another football player because
Yeah.
we'll hold each other accountable.
Yeah.
We'll be waking up at the same time to do workouts,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like it'd just be overall good environment to be with
Yeah, and
someone
that's
like
yeah.
that.
I mean, obviously, it kind of panned out pretty good that me and
Yeah,
Ethan Viss. If you
yeah,
didn't
it
remember
really did.
last episode, Ethan Viss is going to be on soon. It's been hard trying to get him on. Um, anyways, me and him are rooming together. But I think that's kind of something I looked at. Just being able to hold each other accountable, and
Yeah,
obviously, since we've known each other since well, 8th grade, since I moved here, he'll be a pretty good roommate.
yeah, super cool.
Um, what are you most excited for? In playing college football.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's just catching the ball. That's what I'm most excited for. But I'm also excited to be in that sort of college environment. I feel like
Sure.
it's going to be a lot different than high school, and I'm kind of ready for it. Especially, I really love like doing the workouts and being with the other guys. I feel like that's going to be super cool,
Yeah.
and I feel like I'm going to learn a lot and meet a lot of new people.
Sure. Yeah. I think I think that's what I'm kind of looking forward to is just the new experience.
Yeah,
I think something you said is that it'll just be cool to play college football. It's every little kid's dream to like make it pro or
yeah,
to
exactly.
play at the next level, and just playing at college is, I think it just kind of brings us back to that little kid in us.
Yeah.
Um, and I mean, I kind of saw it with my brother too, just him playing at a collegiate level. And I wanted that for myself. So I'm glad I could see you, get that too. Um, but what do you think high school football taught you? To where you are now. What do you think How has that prepared you for the guy you are headed into college?
Well, especially in my junior and senior year of high school, I really learned that you get you get what you put in,
Yeah,
and I feel like it's really really important that to like put in as much as you can, and then you won't regret it,
right.
because as soon as you don't put 100% effort in, there's so many what ifs, and those eat you alive.
Yeah,
And I feel like these next years of college football, they're going to be everything I got, and I'm just going to see what I can do.
yeah, I agree. Um, I think looking back at it, I mean, high school was rough at times, but also, good.
Yeah,
Um, I don't know. It was. I think it was fun.
bittersweet.
Bittersweet. So, um, I don't know. It's just gonna be a different level, a different kind of
Yeah,
grind.
it'll also be an opportunity for us to prove ourselves.
Sure. Academically, you're gonna have not only be an athlete, but you're gonna be a student athlete.
Yeah.
Student comes first. So what are you majoring in?
I'm thinking of minoring in chemistry,
Minoring in chemistry, and then you're gonna.
and then I'm gonna see if I can see. I'm gonna go there, and I'm just gonna see how that goes, how it
Sure.
pans out.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. And I mean, if you like it there, you could probably find some you really enjoy. But
Yeah,
uh, chemistry. You're a big chemistry guy. I know that. Since holding a business,
yeah,
chemistry homework. So
yeah. I know it just makes sense to me,
yeah,
and it's not math.
no, it doesn't for me. So, anyways, Tim's a smart cookie. Did calculus, dual credit calculus, and kind of just makes that stuff look easy. So, you know, um, how do you think? What was I gonna say? How do you think being a college athlete will? How do you think you can balance that? With academics and athletics. How are you? Looking to make time for that. What are you
Well, it's gonna have to be a lot of focusing
focusing?
on, especially in making efficient use of my time,
Mm-hmm.
because it's gonna be one thing after another: school, classes, homework, and it's just I'm gonna have to have a set period of time where I'm doing nothing but homework
Mm-hmm.
or studying for like a football playbook or something. And it's gonna be a lot of time management, and it's gonna be a lot different than high school, because obviously the high school homework is a lot different than college homework,
Right.
and the football's on another level too. So it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be different. It's probably gonna suck for the first month, but
Yeah.
once I get a routine going, it's gonna be a lot easier. And I feel like I can. I feel like I'll be able to
Yeah.
make do.
Yeah, I agree. I think just that time management part's going to be a big one. Um, you're kind of on your own, and you kind of have to just do everything yourself now. So
Yeah,
that means eating and cooking and doing your own laundry and stuff like that. But I think I've gotten worse in high school when it comes to like procrastination and all that.
yeah,
I definitely
definitely.
was on top of my game coming in, and now it's like everything last minute. So I gotta, kind of
Yeah.
work on that a little bit, maybe heading into college. But yeah, um, yeah. What else? What else should we talk about? I mean, we've gone through a lot in the last 15 minutes. So, Tim Alber's his fun fact: my grandparents babysat you when you were a baby.
Really?
Yeah, he doesn't even know this, guys. Um, kind of random too, but so your dad obviously works at Shields, and my
Yeah.
uncle works at Shields, so they work together. They know each other. So basically, that's how they knew each other. And my grandparents babysat you, I think, and Matt when you guys were
That's
just
funny.
little babies. So, um,
It's a weird connection.
weird connection, but yeah. Um, family of 12. No,
Yeah,
yeah, 12 and 10 kids.
one
So
one of 10 siblings.
yeah, um,
Number 3.
uh, it's a lot of kids.
Yeah, it is a lot, but it's always fun.
It is. I bet it is.
Get to have football games with the boys,
Nah, that right there.
with all the siblings.
Yeah,
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 yeah, it's fun to see them growing up to love the game too.
sure. How to? I mean, that probably creates responsibility for you. Like I'm sure
Yeah,
you being the oldest, or not oldest, but one of the older siblings. Just you probably have to step up and do some things
yeah,
for.
yeah. No, it's different having both. Obviously, you have an older brother who plays football,
Sure.
and I also, I mean, Matt played football, but not collegiate.
Right.
And I also have the younger ones playing football, so I kind of get to see like on both sides what it's like.
Yeah.
And obviously, it's super. I want them to love the game. You know
Right.
what I mean? And I want them to be good. And it's fun to just go out there, play catch with them,
Hmm.
and tell them things that I wish I knew.
Hmm.
And I feel like I kind of want to like create sort of like a little bit of like a, I don't know, like a relationship, I guess.
Sure. Yeah.
Like they're Halbers, and like when they go up to play football for in high school, I want them to be like, oh, it's a Halbur, it's a hardworking kid,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I feel like that's really important,
That's a really
and that's
good
what
point.
Matt did too. He was a hardworking kid, and he kind of did the same thing I did, stepping up his senior year,
Hmm.
and I feel like I just want I just want them to be able to like be known. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, you're creating that drive for them.
Hmm.
Something they can work towards. But I mean, you're also just becoming a role model for them.
Yeah.
They can, look up and say, "Hey, that's my brother," or "Hey, my brother's doing this," and I think that's pretty important too. I think something that was on my brother too. He pushed me to become a harder worker, and you know, nothing's easy. So, um, I guess it does help that you're six. I'm 6'5", so
Yeah. Big
um,
dog.
but no, yeah, I think that's a good point that you just mentioned, and little Nathaniel and the rest of them.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I want to like help them, but I don't want anything handed to them.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I want them to work hard, and I want them to that's the best feeling after working hard and you just achieve something.
Hmm.
It is the best feeling, and that's something that I want them to have,
Yeah,
especially with sports. It's a really big thing.
yeah. Um, that was really well put. Um, do you have any DSU gear yet? I don't know. That's so random, but I was just wondering. You have DSU stuff, or
I did order a sweatshirt
there you go.
that's gonna come in actually at your job place in like 2 weeks. So
Hey, yeah, we do a lot with DSU. I work at Dakota Sports, so we're like do a lot of schools and not a lot of colleges, but the colleges we do, is like local, like DSU. I think we do Dort, um, some SDSU maybe, but yeah, no, that's cool.
yeah, mom and dad got some gear too. So
And it's fun. It's fun. I remember when I got offered, didn't even commit right away. I ordered a sweatshirt, and
it's funny. You already knew.
well, I knew, because that was the goal for me. And I think me and Keegan talked about
Yeah,
this
that really came out of the blue.
last
Everybody was ecstatic about that.
last second, and I was just, yeah. I mean, that day was a blur. I mean, it was on a game day, so going into it, I was hyped. But,
Yeah, that's super cool.
but like I knew because I went up there for a camp, and after the camp, we did an optional tour around the campus and the dorms
Yeah,
and all that, and I'm like, this is really where I feel like I want to be. And even before I knew that Ethan was going there too, because he tried to signal that he got offered at that camp, but I couldn't. I didn't know what he was saying. He's like, good things, good things. I'm like, what does that mean? So then he leaves, and I'm like, touring this campus. I'm like, this is a good
was it
school.
pretty nice?
It's a really nice school. So I was really excited when I got that offer because I knew it was just home. Um, Especially the game day I saw up there. It was really nice. But was actually scheduled to go to a game day to DSU.
Oh, really?
Before like that weekend,
Yeah.
but then I got the offer and I'm like, but the coach Anderson, he was super nice about
Yeah.
when I told him I was committed. He's like, "You'll do great things." I'm like, that means a lot from a coach, who's not even gonna have you as a player, but he still supports you in everything you do. So
Yeah.
I think
It's
you have a
great.
good home at DSU, and
Yeah. So far, the coaching staff, all great people.
mm-hmm.
I'm really excited to go to summer workouts and get to know the guys and the coaches more.
Yeah, and I think just having that home and having, I mean, facilities is, it's great, but I think at the end of the day, it's just the staff and the players.
Yeah, and they'll be getting all those the new stadium, the new blow up stadium, probably all new weight rooms and weights and stuff.
Yeah,
that's gonna be super cool.
Yeah,
can't wait for that either.
I actually bumped into at Dakota Sports your athletic director.
Oh yeah,
so kind of chatted with them a little bit. Just what they're cooking up there is pretty special. So
yeah,
I'm actually excited for you because I was another school I had in mind too. So
yeah. No, I'm excited for all of everybody in our friend group.
yeah,
I want everybody to succeed.
mm-hmm. Yeah,
Cool to watch all you guys.
Yeah, no,
and play
and
against you
play
guys.
and play.
Us DSU
maybe.
next year maybe.
Maybe
There's talks
there's
about
chance. There's chance.
There's talks about DSU moving up to D2.
Yeah, well, with all the like Jamestown moved up, and I mean, I don't imagine them being much
Yeah.
bigger. I don't even know if they are bigger. Yeah, they're probably bigger than. I don't know, but the facilities DSU's getting is
And this bringing in a lot of kids too.
ridiculous. Yeah,
A lot of transfers I've seen.
There was a transfer from Northern I saw. I can't remember his name, but he went to DSU. So
Seen a couple of JUCO transfers too.
Yeah. So how do you feel going into like a new competition against, because in high school, there's kind of like anybody can go out, anybody can join, but in college it's the best of the best. Like it's those top guys from those teams. How do you feel about, going against those guys now?
I feel pretty good.
Yeah.
I feel like I can compete on that level, and I'm ready to showcase my skill set.
Yeah. No, I think that's something I probably need to work on is a little bit of confidence sometimes. But I feel like once I got the offer, it was like, you're actually at a place that you proved yourself. I mean, obviously I need to prove myself more, but you've actually proved yourself to be something of something. So I think that kind of just motivates me a little more to be better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, by doing that, working in the weight room, and Halbur, big weightlifter, he's you just hit 275, was it?
275 on bench, 190 body weight. So
that's pretty good. Squat, what are you squatting?
It's been a while since I really did squat. I have a little bit of knee trouble, just being a little like tendonitis, but other than that, I've been mainly maintaining strength in my legs and working on more explosive stuff. But I'd say at the end of football, I maxed out at 365 for squat.
1 pound for every day of the year.
Yeah.
So you're talking about tendonitis. You played through that a little bit in the season, and I think I did too. At the end of kind of midway towards the end. I jumped one time, landed on it, and the rest of the season I struggled with it.
Same with me.
That's crazy how that works,
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was, but I think it just kind of pushes you to try to overcome it. I spent hours like just looking up YouTube videos on how to what stroke to use, what, but yeah.
Yeah, no. My track coach, Zach Anderson, he did high jumping at USD, and he was the number one collegiate ranked high jumper in the nation for I think it was 2018 or 2019, and he struggled a lot with tendonitis too. At one point, he even tore his patellar tendon.
Wow.
And he gave me a full routine, and it's gonna be. I'm excited to hopefully get over this because it's just annoying.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't go away either.
Yeah.
And it'll be cool to see that, and it'll be nice to see a trainer too in college, and hopefully they can help me too. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not that bad of an injury.
No.
It's just annoying.
Yeah, it's just annoying. And like shin splints too, pretty similar kind of complications. Like not the end of the world, but like you can barely at times
Yeah.
just function. So yeah, definitely. Well, I think that's all I got. Ladies and gentlemen, Tim Halbur. Thanks for coming on the show and talking to the people. So we'll
Yeah,
see
no
you.
problem.
Yeah, we'll